you ever started an idea or started anything for that matter, and you look back at some of the decisions you made and you just pause those decisions, and for whatever reason, you look back at the decisions you have made, whether you stopped doing something, you started doing something, or you just went in a whole new direction in life. Have you ever just looked back and just said to yourself, I probably shouldn't have done that? I know I have. And in this video, I wanted to just offer you my experience because I've done that through YouTube, I've done that through music, and in many ways, it has probably cost me a lot more money than I would like to imagine. So today, I want to offer you my experience so you don't have to go down the same path I have. This is the Millennium Marketing Morning Show. My name is Avedon Smith, and welcome to the show. So, today, whew, I get to be extremely vulnerable about my failures. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. So, this is where I want to really encourage you all, first of all, because this is not a video to bring you down. This is a video to help you not go down the same stupid paths I went. Basically, don't be young and dumb like me. Don't be young and dumb like me. Morning, my sis. How you doing today? So let's get into this. The first point that I want to make is don't give up on the idea too early. That was one of my first mistakes. I would have so many ideas, but because it wasn't doing the success that I imagined at the time that I imagined, I would give up on it. And I look back at all those ideas and I'm like, what if I just stuck to it? I could pretty much promise you this channel would have been a lot more monetized if I stuck to some of the ideas I originally had. But because in my mind, and I gave into vanity metrics, I gave into seeking validation, I gave into wanting to be noticed in so many different ways and at a fast velocity rate, and not prioritizing on actual getting the bag and getting the money in the first place, I gave up I left a lot of money on the table. Like, I'll give you an example. I had an idea for gaming news, right? And the game news is called Prime, excuse me, it was called Prime Time. And during Prime Time, it would come out about 8 p.m. It was supposed to be like the nightly news. And in my eyes, it was the one that could not compete but have its own lane at night, because people already had something dedicated to watch in the morning, but no one had anything to watch at nighttime. And I was thinking about the people who probably are getting off work and probably want to see something quick, easy, to the point. And with that, I had about 2 or 3 of those videos kick off really well because I broke news on something that probably the other people didn't cover yet. I say that to say, if I stuck to that, this channel will probably be in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers easily. If I stuck to that and if I did that Monday through Friday for about 3 years, easily this channel would have been way more ahead of where it was, because that would have compounded. And I saw the results in real time. So I want to ask you a question, and I want some participation. I want some participation in the chat. So if you hear, wave at me. If you really hear for me, you know what wave I'm talking about. Wave at me if you hear. Wave at me if you're here in the chat, because we're going to talk. I'm going to drink my water, and I want to talk to y'all. That's a hint for what type of wave I'm looking for, by the way, too. All right, Matt's here. Appreciate it. So I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. What grows overnight? Good morning, my brother. Let me ask y'all a question. What grows overnight? Think of anything that you know. What grows overnight? Hey, Chelsea, what's going on? Thank you for coming out. Money? Ha! Ha! I'm going to say it doesn't. I'm going to say no. Because there's some things that had to go planting before then for that money to happen overnight. It may look like it happened overnight, but no, nice one though. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see it. I like it. I like what you did there. So we could pretty much assume anything natural that you will try to plant over what doesn't grow overnight. If you put something in the ground tonight, it ain't gonna grow tomorrow. If you put some strawberry seeds in the ground, you ain't gonna get those strawberry seeds in the next day. If you put some apple seeds in the ground, you ain't gonna see a full-grown apple tree the next morning. It takes time for some things to grow. Same thing. I'll take it even further. I'm gonna ask the question, and I want y'all to answer this: what grows in the same season? See, we're getting a little bit deeper with this. What grows in the same season? Nothing. So if you plant something here, let's just say tomorrow's winter, right? If you plant something in the winter, should you expect a return in the winter, or should you expect a return in the spring or the summer, depending on what you planted? You should not expect the things that you're planting to come in the same season you're planting. And a lot of us are looking for the things that we planted in this season of life to reap the benefits in the same season of life. That doesn't work. Doesn't work in the physical realm, doesn't work in the spiritual realm. So if you are planting some things in this season, you should not expect to see the change in this season. That's whoever catches that catches that. So I really want to encourage, for the first point again, don't give up on the idea that you have because you don't see the results right away. Instead, if you want to see some, it's okay to check to see the results, but you will be better to optimize those results by actually seeing what can we do to make this grow even more. How can I nurture this even more? Nothing good can ever come from abandoning the nurturing process. And a lot of times we abandon the nurturing process because we find out that this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. And we're looking for something that's quick, easy, and to the point. Patience and faith inherit the promise. Absolutely. You need patience for things to grow. Good things don't good thing. If the phrase "good things comes to those who wait" is so true. It actually stems from people who farm. Good things come to those who wait. Ask farmers that. A farmer has to wait for those plants to grow. And honestly, if we really want to go there, it actually is a detriment to society when they rush the process by putting steroids and other pesticides and all these other extra chemicals in the stuff to rush the growing process. You see, when they rush the growing process, it's actually worse for everybody else health-wise. What's going on, Daniel? Daniel said the incubation period. So I wanted to really just hammer down point number one. Y'all writing this down. Don't give up on the idea too early. Number two, not doing the real work internally. That was one of my biggest mistakes. Here's the thing. Nobody can outdo you in being you. Y'all going to hear me say that a lot on these streams, so get used to it. You are you, and you are created for you to do you. No one can do you better than you do you. God created you to do you. Yes, that's like Dr. Seuss right now. Don't mind me. Because here's the thing. In business, if you don't know yourself, as Taiwanda just said, personal development is a must. If you do not do the personal work, everything out there is going to tear you up, tear you to pieces. You will be torn to shreds by the atrocities that are out there in this world. And there are so many things that are waiting for people who are impressionable and don't know who they are just to take advantage of them in the business world. There are so many things that will come and just say, "Hey, come over here. We got all that you need." And because I'm gonna go here, if you're somebody who did not grow up being affirmed a lot when you was younger as a child, if you're somebody who was bullied a lot as a child and you just want attention, going into business is not the best idea for you without doing that work first. You need to correct that work first and know and be okay in yourself and who you are for yourself before you go into business. Because if you go into business with the mindset that I have to people please and I got to make sure everybody's happy, you will destroy yourself. That is a warning. Heed the warning. You will destroy yourself. And I've seen people destroy themselves through this. It's not worth it. And I want to really show it's from my mistake, where that came from. I would go from whatever feels good, right? So I would go from making gaming content to gaming news to gaming music to music, and I'm going from here to here to here to here to here. And do you know what that does? That confuses your initial audience, because for the people who've already found you for one thing and you go from here to here to here to here, you come off as somebody who is unstable. And nobody wants to work or give their time to people who they deem as unstable. You see, the purpose of me coming and meeting with you all 365 days is so, and I'm doing it live at that, doing it live. So y'all can't, this is no acting. There's no jump cuts where you can see this me faking or anything. I'm talking to you live as a person every single day. Next Tuesday will mark 60 days doing this. And this is why I'm showing up like this. So there is no dispute on what I'm here for. When this computer comes back, yes, I will resume in making more machine content. But will this content end? Absolutely not. This will be an add-on to what I'm doing with machine. Because do I like helping people with machine? Absolutely. But do you want to know what my real passion is? Helping people know who their audience is, helping people build their audience, helping people to not go back and forth with who they are in this industry. That's what my real passion is. Helping people having a real identification of self. And when they know that, they know who they're going for. Let's build. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. So that's point 2. I don't want to get too caught up. Point number 3. And this one has kicked me upside the head so many times that I just have to laugh right now because how much this has kicked me upside the head. Not outsourcing enough. Now, I know the biggest objection here is, oh, but Don, I don't have enough money to outsource. I need money before I can outsource to anybody. I'm a new creator. I don't have the money to pay people. That's your mistake. That's the same mistake. Stop it. If you're saying that, stop it. Stop it. Get rid of that. Because that's the mistake that I made. I assumed that I didn't have. And you know what? You know what I did? I assumed the worst thing in the world. I assumed that I needed to pay somebody in money, and I didn't take on the consideration that what if somebody just wants to bless you? What if somebody just wants to donate their services to you just to get the experience with working in their craft and let's say working with you as well? Boom. See, here's the problem. I wish I had some cash on me so I could really just show it. We think that these little IOU certificates, because that's what the dollar bills are. We think that these IOU certificates are the top tier and it's the deal closer for anything. And honestly, it's not. The relationships that you can build with people are far more valuable. Your time is far more valuable. Someone donating their time to you is way more valuable than the money you're giving them. So I'm saying I'm probably going to mess up. I'm probably going to mess up a lot of people's business when I say this, but I don't care. Whatever you're paying your workers, their time is more valuable than that. I don't care what industry you're working for. Whatever you are paying your workers, their time is infinitely more valuable than the dollars you're paying them. I don't even care if you're paying them $10,000 an hour. Their time is still worth more than that. They're giving you their time at a discount. See, when you take on that perspective, you asking for someone's time puts a whole new meaning on things. And honestly, if you want to know the best way for people to give you their time, you do it first. You start giving your time to people that you respect just for the sake of wanting to bless them. You see, this is a part, this is going to separate a lot of people right now. Because a lot of people right now, I can hear it. I ain't doing that. No, they better pay me first. I can hear that. And right. You're right. You're entitled. You are entitled to do that. That is fine. But if you're starting out and you don't have much, perhaps you should donate your time to help people just for the sake of helping them. Because there is a principle that is on this earth, whether you want to believe it or not, that it's you reap what you sow. That is a principle on this earth, whether you believe it or not. Just as you believe, whether you believe in gravity or not, it's still happening. You can't dispute the amount of people who literally reap what they sow. You can't dispute it. So I say that to say, be somebody who is a giver and watch how many people start giving to you. Give your time, and I promise you'll start seeing people give you their time. And you'll be surprised on how much less money that you don't have to spend and how much more money can start coming in. And here's the thing. When more money comes in, if y'all was here for any other thing we talked about, if more money comes in, you in your good heart would want to pay that person anyway. And then when you give more, people start to give you more. So I got for y'all today. 3 points. This is good. Yo, Daniel, I appreciate you. You said this is gold. Avedon Smith, keep slaying. I love your passion. I appreciate you. I see you out there too, man. I love your passion as well, man. Appreciate you. Is going to come back in another season. I did catch that. I did catch that. You probably won't get it back in the same season. So any feedback, any questions, any comments at all? I want to thank everybody for coming out. Coming out on Twitter is y'all showing up on Twitter recently. I appreciate y'all over on the Twitter side. I ain't calling it X. Don't. As long as I can still type twitter.com and read, it takes me to the website. I'm still calling it Twitter. Elon can get mad about that all he wants. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. But I appreciate everybody who came out. Great info as usual. Much love, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Closing out to the end of the year. Matter of fact, I will talk to y'all about this. So I am working on building up my website the best way that I can right now. I have an offer that I'm working on. This offer, I'm telling you, it's not for everybody. I'm going to preface that now. But I'm working on an offer right now to really help content creators and people who are more so real small business owners to establish who their audience is. Because sometimes we could create the product, and in many cases, what we have is in front of the wrong people. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set up a service where I'm willing to help people to let's sit down, let's get tactical, let's get strategic, and let's actually apply some principles to find who your target audience is and find them in a way that only you can do so that nobody else can take from your market share. So that being said, that will be out. Appreciate you as always. That being said, that information will probably be out sometime next week. I was going to get it out this past Monday, but so much happened last week where I'm really preparing for it. more and more. So we get it together, get the website up, and I'll have it out for y'all. And for who it's for, it's for. I'm not expecting everybody to agree with it. If it's not for you, that's quite all right. But if it's for you, it's for you. So with that being said, I thank you all for watching. This is fun as always, but I got to go clock into the other job, and we'll be back here tomorrow. For those of you who are wondering, will we be streaming on Christmas and New Year's? Yes. I could take 15 to 20 minutes to talk to y'all on Christmas and New Year's, but that's all I'm giving y'all, 15 to 20 minutes. So I will be live on both days because that's still Mondays. And I promise y'all 365 days, rain, snow, or rain, shine, or snow, or sleet, or hail, whatever's doing outside, or whatever holiday it is, or wherever I am in the world, I'm going to make sure that we show up for at least 365 days. That's the promise, and I'm going to make sure I do my best to stay on it. So that being said, if you all enjoyed this video, make sure you do be so kind to hit that like button. If you're over on other platforms, not over in the YouTube section, I would appreciate if each and every one of you go over to the YouTube session and hit that subscribe button, you know, that button right there. And most of all, you make sure you share this with a friend. This is Avedon, and we are out. Peace. And I'm going to wait, hold up. I got to read this comment. Keeping your word to yourself, that matters. Keep going. Absolutely, it matters. Thank you so much. All right. You have a good day.